Hello students, we have already started our topic, that is the microbes in welfare from the NCERT book, and in our previous lecture we have seen about the antibiotics. So next part of this antibiotic is that after penicillin, other antibiotics were also purified from other microbes. So first antibiotic which is prepared is the penicillin, and after the penicillin, other antibiotics are also purified from the different other type of the microbes. Can you name some other antibiotics and find out their sources? So, in our state board syllabus, we already discussed the name of the antibiotic and the type of microbes which produce it. So, there are various types of the microbes are present which produce the different type of antibiotic. So, you can get answer from this question from our state board syllabus, because in NCERT know the list of the antibiotic and their microbes you will find it is only present in our state board syllabus. So next line is that antibiotic have greatly improved our capacity to treat deadly diseases. So after the discovery of antibiotics, number of diseases which when found in the body of the human being, they produce or they are responsible for the death of the person. That's why they are called as deadly diseases. And in that, such diseases are plague, whooping cough. Another name of whooping cough is kali khasi, diphtheria, which is also called as galagotu, and leprosy. Another name of it is the kushtrog. So here you have to remember the list of deadly diseases: plague, whooping cough, diphtheria, and the leprosy. You have to also remember that another name of leprosy is the kushtrog, while the whooping cough is also called as kali khasi, and the diphtheria is also called as the galagotu. So these are the diseases which are responsible for the death of that particular person. So they are called as deadly diseases, and these diseases can be cured completely by the discovery of the antibiotic. These diseases are used to kill millions all over the globe. Due to these diseases, millions of people are killed. Today, we cannot imagine a world without antibiotic. And now, at this time, all these diseases are removed from our country because of only the discovery of the antibiotic. So, without antibiotic, any world cannot we imagine. So, antibiotics are very necessary to remove the deadly diseases from the human civilization. Okay, now we will discuss the next part, that is chemical, enzymes, and other bioactive molecules. So after this we have seen the role of microbes in food preparation as well as role of microbes in industrial production. In that we have seen the alcoholic beverages and the next part, that is the antibiotic. Now at the same industrial level we can produce different chemicals, enzymes, and other bioactive molecules. So see here, we'll discuss line by line. Microbes are also used for commercial and industrial production of certain chemicals like organic acid, alcohols, and enzymes. So these microorganisms at the industrial level produce large amount of organic acid, alcohols, and the enzyme. Example of organic acids, particularly we can say that examples of acid producers are, that means which microbes produce this organic acid. So first example is given, that Aspergillus niger, it is the fungus which produce the organic acid citric acid. Acetobacter aceti, it is another bacterium which produce acetic acid. Clostridium botulicum, it is another bacteria which produce butyric acid. And the last bacterium is lactobacillus, which produce the lactic acid. So see here, these are the list of the organic acid. Which are the organic acid? Citric acid, acetic acid, butyric acid and the lactic acid. So definitely there will be question asked for NEET exam, that in one column the name of the microorganism is given and in another column there is a list of the organic acid. So we have to remember that Aspergillus niger is a fungus responsible for formation of the citric acid. Acetobacter aceti, by its name we can easily remember Acetobacter aceti is a bacterium which produces the acetic acid. Then Clostridium botulicum, by its name also we can remember its organic acid. Clostridium botulicum produces the butyric acid. And the lactobacillus, it is a bacterium which produce the lactic acid. So you have to remember the role of microbes or the name of the microbes and the products they produce. Here also you should know that only Aspergillus niger is a fungus, while Clostridium, then lactobacillus and the acetobacter, all these are the bacteria. So this point is very important. Next paragraph. Yeast. The name of the yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, is used for commercial production of ethanol. So by use of this Saccharomyces cerevisiae, we can produce ethanol which is required in large amount to everybody, and these are produced at the industrial level. So there is name given as a commercial production. Microbes are also used for production of enzyme. There are some microbes which produces the particular enzymes, and these enzymes are important for the human being in a various way. So we'll see which enzymes are produced by the microbes. Lipases are used in detergent formulation and are useful in removing oily stains from the laundry. So there is one enzyme. How we can remember the name of enzyme? So at the end, if you see the lipases enzyme, you can see that at the end there is SES is there. So if SES is there, it is definitely the name of enzyme. These lipases are produced by the use of the microbes, and they are used for removing oily stains in the laundry. laundry मधले चिकट डाग किंवा ऑइली डाग काढण्यासाठी या लायपेज एन्झाईमचा वापर केला जातो. म्हणजे कोण तयार करते? इट इज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय दी मायक्रोब्स. You must have noticed that bottled fruit juices bought from the market are clear as compared to those made at home. आपण जेव्हा ज्यूस बनवतो तेव्हा हा ज्यूस आपण जेव्हा ग्लासमध्ये ओततो, घरामध्ये बनवलेला ज्यूस, तेव्हा त्या ग्लासमध्ये तुम्हाला वेगवेगळे फायबर्स पाहायला मिळतात फळांचे, आणि तो ज्यूस जो आहे तो क्लिअर दिसत नाही. बारीक त्याच्यामध्ये तंतू असे असतात, थ्रेडसारखे स्ट्रक्चर तुम्हाला पाहायला मिळतात. पण असा ज्यूस जर तुम्ही मार्केटमधून बॉटलमधून घरी आणला विकत बाजारामधून वगैरे, तर तुम्हाला काय पाहायला मिळतं? तो ज्यूस अतिशय क्लिअर असतो. आपल्या घरात बनवल्यासारख्या ज्यूससारखं त्याच्यामध्ये फायबर्स वगैरे आपल्याला पाहायला मिळत नाहीत. याचं कारण हे आहे, दिस इज बिकॉज बॉटल ज्युसेस आर क्लॅरिफाईड बाय द यूज ऑफ याचं कारण हे आहे की बॉटल ज्यूस जे आहेत मार्केटमधून आणलेले हे आपल्याला क्लिअर पाहायला मिळतात ॲज कम्पेअर टू डोज मेड ॲट होम. होममध्ये तयार करण्यापेक्षा त्या बॉटल ज्यूसच्या क्लिअर पाहायला मिळतात. दिस इज बिकॉज द बॉटल ज्युसेस आर क्लॅरिफाईड बाय द यूज ऑफ पेक्टिनेजेस अँड प्रोटीएजेस. सो pectinases and proteases, again these are the names of the enzyme which are used for making the juice, and that juice get packed in the bottle and sold in the market. that juice is very clear than the juice prepared at our home. So you have to remember the two names of the enzyme, pectinases and proteases. Next enzyme, streptokinase, produced by the bacterium Streptococcus and modified by genetic engineering, is used as a clot booster for removing clots from the blood vessels of the patient who have undergone myocardial infarction leading to heart attack. So second point is that another enzyme, name of that enzyme is the streptokinase. This enzyme is produced by bacterium Streptococcus. It is also modified. त्याच्यामध्ये काही बदल केला गेला जातो जेनेटिक इंजिनिअरिंग टेक्निकद्वारे आणि त्याचा वापर क्लॉट बूस्टर म्हणून केला जातो. क्लॉट बूस्टर म्हणजे काय, एखाद्या व्यक्तीला हार्ट अटॅक येतो किंवा त्या दुसऱ्या वर्डमध्ये आपण म्हणतोय मायोकार्डियल इन्फेक्शन होतं, तेव्हा त्याच्या करोनरी आर्टरीमध्ये तुम्हाला रक्ताच्या गुठळ्या तयार झालेल्या पाहायला मिळतात. रक्ताचे तुम्हाला राऊंड राऊंडचे बॉल्स तयार झालेले पाहायला मिळतात. जेव्हा स्ट्रेप्टोकायनेसचं इंजेक्शन दिलं जातं त्या पर्टिक्युलर पेशंटला, त्याला हार्ट अटॅक आला, त्याच्या करोनरी आर्टरीमध्ये रक्ताच्या गुठळ्या झालेल्या आहेत, त्यावेळी हे स्ट्रेप्टोकायनेस एन्झाईम त्या रक्ताच्या गुठळ्या ज्या आहेत ते लिक्विफाय करतं, पातळ करतं आणि नेहमीप्रमाणे रक्त व्यवस्थित हार्टमधून पास होतं. त्याला म्हणायचं क्लॉट बूस्टर. हे काम कोण करतं, स्ट्रेप्टोकायनेस एन्झाईम. आणि मायोकार्डियल इन्फेक्शन किंवा हार्ट अटॅक झालेल्या माणसाला हे उपयोगाचं आहे. अनदर बायोॲक्टिव्ह मॉलिक्यूल सायक्लोस्पोरिन ए that is used as an immunosuppressive agent in organ transplant plant. So during the organ transplantation आपल्या सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे की एखाद्याची जर किडनी खराब झाली, लिव्हर खराब झालं तर आपण दुसऱ्याला आपली लिव्हर किंवा किडनी देऊ शकतो. सो एखाद्या व्यक्तीची जर किडनी खराब झाली असेल तर त्या व्यक्तीला दुसऱ्या माणसाच्या बॉडीमधून किडनी दिली जाते, बरोबर आहे. पण जसं तुम्ही ह्युमन हेल्थ अँड डिसीजमध्ये शिकलेला आहात की कोणतीही फॉरेन बॉडी आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये इझिली येत नाही, त्याला फाईट करण्यासाठी आपली इम्युन सिस्टीम तयार असते. आणि तेच पाहायला मिळतं पहा की जेव्हा आपण ऑर्गन ट्रान्सप्लांट करण्याची शस्त्रक्रिया बघतो तेव्हा आपली बॉडी दुसऱ्या बॉडीचा इझिली ऑर्गन ॲक्सेप्ट करत नाही. मग अशा वेळी ती सर्जरी जोपर्यंत चालू आहे तोपर्यंत तरी त्या व्यक्तीची इम्युन सिस्टीम ही सप्रेस केली जाते, त्याला बधिरता आणली जाते आणि त्यामुळं तेवढ्या पिरियडमध्ये तो बाहेरचा ऑर्गन जो आहे तो आपली बॉडी इझिली आत घेऊ शकते. त्याला म्हणायचं इम्युनोसप्रेसिव्ह एजंट. आणि याचं काम कोण करतं आहे तर सायक्लोस्पोरिन ए नावाची जी फंगाय आहे ती फंगाय जर अशा व्यक्तीच्या बॉडीमध्ये इंजेक्ट केली तर तो इम्युनोसप्रेसिव्ह एजंट म्हणून काम करतो आणि ऑर्गन ट्रान्सप्लांटेशन इझिली झालेलं पाहायला मिळतं. सो दिस सायक्लोस्पोरिन ए is produced by the fungus Trichoderma polysporum. So here you have to remember that Trichoderma polysporum is one of the fungi which produce the cyclosporin A, which acts as an immunosuppressive agent. Statins, another name of the chemical, statins produced by yeast Monaskos purpureus have been commercialized as blood cholesterol lowering agent. ब्लडमध्ये आपल्या जे कोलेस्ट्रॉल असतं ते कोलेस्ट्रॉल कमी प्रमाणात असणं गरजेचं असतं. जास्त प्रमाणात कोलेस्ट्रॉल वाढलं तर त्या ठिकाणी हार्ट अटॅक आणि ओबेसिटीची जास्त शक्यता आपल्याला पाहायला मिळते. मग एखाद्या व्यक्तीच्या ब्लडमध्ये जर कोलेस्ट्रॉल जास्त असेल ते कमी करण्यासाठी काही केमिकल यूज केलं जातं. केमिकलचं नाव आहे स्टॅटिन. आणि कोण तयार करतं, इट इज प्रोड्यूस बाय द ईस्ट अँड द नेम ऑफ दॅट ईस्ट इज मोनॅस्कस पर्प्युरियस. सो इट इज ॲक्ट्स ॲज अ ब्लड कोलेस्ट्रॉल लोअरिंग एजंट. इट ॲक्ट्स बाय कॉम्पिटेटिव्हली इनहिबिटिंग the enzymes responsible for synthesis of cholesterol. It also acts on the enzymes which are used for the synthesis of cholesterol. By inhibiting the activity of that enzyme, this statin works very clearly and it acts as a blood cholesterol lowering agent. So students, this paragraph which has the title Chemical Enzymes and Other Bioactive Molecule is very challenging one. You have to remember which microbes produce which acid, which microbes produce which enzyme, how these enzymes are useful in day-to-day life. So here, first we have to remember 4 organic acid, citric acid, butyric acid, then lactic acid and the acetic acid. So here we have to also remember the name of the microbes produced by it. In second paragraph, each name Saccharomyces cerevisiae is given, which produce the ethanol or the alcohol. Lipases is the enzyme used in the detergent formulation, which removes oily stain from the laundry. Proteases and pectinases, these two enzymes are used for clarification of the fruit juices which is present in the market. Streptokinase, which is produced by bacteria, Streptococcus, and modified by genetic engineering, is used as a clot booster for removing the clots from the blood vessel, particularly coronary artery of patient who has undergone myocardial bleeding or the heart attack. And another bioactive molecule is cyclosporin A, which is produced by the fungus Trichoderma polysporum, which acts as a immunosuppressive agent during organ transplantation surgery. While the statin produced by the ester Monascus purpureus is used as the blood cholesterol lowering agent. It also acts on the enzymes which are responsible for production of these statins. So students, read it carefully, make a separate underline to it, then you can clearly understand this point, that is the chemical enzymes and other bioactive molecules. Now we'll discuss the next part, that is microbes in sewage treatment. In our state board syllabus we have seen that what is sewage, what is the preliminary test, primary, secondary and tertiary test. But here in NCERT we are not going to discuss in detail preliminary. We have to see only 3 steps, that is primary, secondary and the tertiary. So see here we will discuss the next part, that is microbes in sewage treatment. We know that large quantity of wastewater are generated every day in cities and towns. All of you know that the large quantity of wastewater is produced every day in cities and towns. A major component of this wastewater is, so what is the components of this sewage? The sewage which we pour out as a waste matter, it consists of human excreta, means human fecal matter, म्युन्सिपल वेस्ट वॉटर, म्युन्सिपलचं जे काही वेस्ट वॉटर आहे ते सुद्धा इथे आलेलं पाहायला मिळतं आपल्याला. सो ह्युमन एक्सेटा is the main component. This municipal wastewater is also called as sewage. So municipal wastewater, which is also called as a sewage, it contain, now here we have to study the composition. So here it contain large amount of organic matter and the microbes. So in the sewage you can find large amount of organic matter and different type of microbes are there in the sewage. may be pathogenic, may be non-pathogenic, sometimes shows the characters between these two. So here we can observe that organic matter and microbes will be there in the sewage, many of which are pathogenic, and majoritarily the microbes which are present in the sewage are the pathogenic responsible for production of a particular disease. Have you ever wondered where this huge quantity of sewage or urban wastewater is disposed of daily? तुम्हाला असा कधी प्रश्न पडला आहे का की दारामध्ये आपल्या घंटागाडी येते, आपण त्याच्यामध्ये कचरा टाकतो, पण हा जो सगळा कचरा आहे, बरोबर आहे, आता इथं आपण ॲक्च्युली गार्बेज डिस्कस नाही करत, पण जसं आपण सिवेज डिस्कस करतो तसंच गार्बेजचा पण प्रश्न आहे. तर आपण असं म्हणूया की कचरा हा कुठं रोज टाकला जातो, किंवा जी सिवेज आपल्या आजूबाजूला वाहते, मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला गटार म्हणतो की ज्यामधून वेस्ट वॉटर बाहेर जात असते, हे वेस्ट वॉटर कुठं जाऊन मिळते, ह्याची विल्हेवाट कशी लावली जाते, असे अनेक प्रश्न आपल्या मनामध्ये येत असतात. दिस कॅनॉट बी डिस्चार्ज इन टू नॅचरल वॉटर बॉडीज लाईक रिवर अँड स्ट्रीम्स डायरेक्टली. यू कॅन अंडरस्टँड वाय. त्याने इथं सांगितलेलं आहे की हे जे सिवेज आहे ज्याच्यामध्ये ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटर आहेत, पॅथोजेनिक मायक्रोब्स आहेत, हे डायरेक्ट वॉटर नॅचरल वॉटर बॉडीमध्ये, रिव्हरमध्ये, लेकमध्ये टाकलं जात नाही. You can understand why. Before disposal, hence sewage is treated in sewage treatment plant. In short, it is called as STP, sewage treatment plant. To make it less polluting, so we have to not mix this sewage directly into the natural water bodies, but before that we have to dispose that sewage. First we have to treat that sewage in the container. Name of that container is STP, sewage treatment plant, and after that sewage we can easily pour it into the natural water bodies like the rivers, streams, etc. Okay, so see here. आता पहा, हेटेरोट्रॉपिक मायक्रोब्स naturally present in the sewage. In the sewage, there are the microbes are present which are of the heterotrophic types. What is meant by heterotrophic? That means these microbes are not able to produce the disease by the process of photosynthesis or the chemosynthesis. Okay, so those bacteria are called as the heterotrophic microbes. Naturally present in the sewage. So this is a very important part. You have to underline it. That is the microbes, heterotrophic type of microbes are present in the sewage. This treatment is carried out in 2 stages. So, somewhat different theory is given in our NCERT book. Here only 2 stages of the sewage treatments are given, but in our textbook there are 4 treatments are given. That is preliminary treatment, primary treatment, secondary treatment, and tertiary treatment. But here we have to see only 2 stages. So first stage is primary treatment. This treatment steps basically involve physical removal of particles in which large and small from the sewage through filtration and sedimentation. So in the primary treatment there will be filtration. फिल्ट्रेशन म्हणजे फक्त पाणी काय केलं जातं, गाळलं जातं एका इन्स्ट्रुमेंटमधून. जसं घरामध्ये चहा गाळण्यासाठी आपली छोटीशी गाळणी असते, तसं इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये स्ट्रेनर असतो, मोठा गाळणी असते, त्या गाळणीमधून हे सिवेज फिल्टरेट केलं जातं. अँड सेडिमेंटेशन म्हणजे काय, फिल्टर केल्यानंतर त्या सिवेजमध्ये जे ऑइली पार्टिकल्स आहेत, फ्लोटिंग डेब्रिज आहेत, म्हणजे वर तरंगणारे घाण म्हणू शकतो आपण, त्या हातानं रिमूव्ह केलं जातं आणि हळूहळू त्यामध्ये असणारे बाकीचे घटक जे आहेत ते बॉटमला जमा होऊ लागतात. त्याला म्हणतो आपण सेडिमेंटेशन. म्हणजे एखाद्या गढूळ पाण्यामध्ये तुम्ही जर तुरटी फिरवली तर काही तासानंतर सगळे त्या पाण्यातले मातीचे जे पार्टिकल्स आहेत ते बॉटमला सेट होतात आणि वर शुद्ध पाणी तुम्हाला पाहायला मिळतं. अशाच पद्धतीनं तुम्हाला फिल्ट्रेशन आणि सेडिमेंटेशन हे प्रायमरी ट्रीटमेंटमध्ये पाहायला मिळतं. दीज आर रिमूव्ह इन स्टेजेस. इनिशियली फ्लोटिंग डेब्रिज इज रिमूव्ह बाय सिक्वेन्शियल फिल्ट्रेशन. देन द grit means soil and small particles are removed by sedimentation. ग्रीट म्हणजे सॉईल, छोटे छोटे वाळूचे तुकडे म्हणून आपण हे रिमूव्ह केलं जातं सेडिमेंटेशननं. म्हणजे जेव्हा आपण फिल्ट्रेशन करतो सिवेजचं तेव्हा त्याच्यामधले फ्लोटिंग डेब्रिज वगैरे फिल्ट्रेशन प्रोसेसनं रिमूव्ह होतात. पण हे सिवेजमध्ये जे मातीचे वाळूचे कण आहेत ते मात्र फिल्ट्रेशन रिमूव्ह होत नाहीत. त्यासाठी त्याला काय करावं लागतं, सेडिमेंटेशन प्रोसेस करावी लागते. ऑल सॉलिड्स दॅट सेटल फ्रॉम द प्रायमरी स्लज. आणि या पद्धतीनं सगळं सॉलिड जे त्या फर्मंटरच्या बॉटमला सेट झालेलं आहे त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं, इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज दी प्रायमरी स्लज. अँड द सुपरनॅटन फ्रॉम द इन्फ्लुएन्स. आणि वर जे स्वच्छ पाणी तुम्हाला पाहायला मिळतं त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं, इन्फ्लुएन्स. ही 2 नावं व्यवस्थित लक्षात ठेवा. सुपरनॅटन ऑफ दी कंटेनर इन विच देर इज दी sedimentation process is carried out. That supernatant is called as the influent, while the solid particles which settle at the container are called as the primary sludge. The influent from the primary settling tank is then taken for the secondary treatment. Now the question is asked for number of times that in NEET exam, for the secondary treatment of the sewage, which material from the primary treatment is taken. ऑप्शन आपल्याला असू शकतात पहा. दॅट इज प्रायमरी स्लज, सेकंड मायक्रोब्स ऑफ द सिवेज, थर्ड इन्फ्लुएंट ऑफ द सिवेज, फोर्थ सेडिमेंटेड पार्ट ऑफ द सिवेज. सो करेक्ट आन्सर इज दी सुपरनॅटन. ओनली सुपरनॅटन that is called as influent from the primary settling tank is taken for the secondary treatment. So here, for secondary treatment of the sewage, influent from the primary treatment are taken out. Okay students, in next lecture we will discuss the secondary treatment.